Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. So today I thought I would show you a little project that I've been working on. I went to the Home Depot and I got myself a couple of pots, and I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my Little Lime Hydrangeas, and I decided I'm going to temporarily plant them into pots. And then I have a plan for them this fall, but I don't want to transplant them yet. I just want to wait until they're done flowering, and then I'll move them this fall when it's a little bit cooler and I don't have to worry about any transplant shock. So if you're enjoying my channel, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, even hit that notification bell to get notified anytime a new video comes out. All right, let's get started. So this particular area of my pool, all I've had is this one pot, and it kind of looks a little lonely because it's not really having a very big impact. So I thought, you know, if I add my little limes over here and add a couple of pots, that will just help to kind of create a little bit of interest, kind of break up this corner of the pool where there's a lot of concrete, and just look beautiful also to look at. So I've got all my supplies. I have my gardening gloves over here. And before I get started with opening the bag of soil, I'm going to use some pot toes. Now you may wonder what pot toes are. So let me show you a close-up of the pot toes. This is what they look like. They are a hard plastic, and you simply put them underneath the lip of your pot. You can even stack them like this, and they snap together so that you have a higher riser for your pot. And I typically just use one, but also sometimes I use them just on one side if they're on an unlevel surface and you want to level a pot out. They're really fantastic for that. They also are like deck savers, and they're not that expensive. So I'll put a link of these in the description so that you guys can check them out. I think they're about less than $15 for maybe about 12 of them, so it's not too bad. I typically use 3 of them per pot. I'll put one of them in the front, and then 2 of them basically at an angle that forms a triangle for the pot, and that really does a good job of lifting it about ½ an inch off of the ground and provides good drainage. Again, if you need more of them to lift it up higher, you can do that as well. All right, well, let's open this bag of soil and get started putting the little lime into this pot. The other thing that I'm going to do is just to bring a little bit more interest to this pot, because I'm not really happy with the way the plants are performing right now, is to add a trellis into it, and we'll see how that looks. I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't know what it will look like, but I think it will bring a little bit of height in the middle, and then the 2 hydrangeas on either side will look really lovely. We'll see. Now, a lot of people will tell you to put gravel or something else in the bottom of your pots to ensure good drainage, and what I want to tell you about that is it's not true. They've actually done some scientific studies looking at how water drains from one medium to another, and if it goes from something that is not as porous to something that's more porous, there's actually kind of a surface tension that prevents the water from draining from one type of medium to another. So it actually doesn't help. Okay, I'm just going to get these little limes in here. I'm going to make sure they're about an inch under the top level of the pot. That will just ensure that I have plenty of room for water when you water with the hose. That way it has time to go into the pot and begin to soak into the dirt, soil, potting mix, whatever it is that you have. I don't know why I'm using my hands. I have this awesome scoop here that does a much better job. potting mix that I'm using right now is just a regular Miracle-Gro in the yellow bag. It has some fertilizer built into it, so I'm not going to do anything to amend the soil, because these hydrangeas, if I do what I have planned, will only stay in here for a couple of months. I'll probably move them in early October. Depends on the weather, of course, but this way they'll have a little bit more room for their roots to spread out. And I'll have them in a place that I can see them every day and enjoy them until I'm ready to put them where I want them a little bit more permanently. This is also a good time to go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's or other stores to see what deals they might have on outdoor pots. I think these were originally $15 and I got them for like, I want to say, instead of $50, they were about $18 each. So a very good deal. Okay, I think that one looks good. Let's get the other one done now. Alright, I've got my other pot toes here. We'll get these underneath this pot. Now you can use 4 if you want. You can use as many as you need, but they hold an extraordinary amount of weight, so you don't have to use a lot. Not really easy to get the soil in around the big blooms of the hydrangea. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is water them in. And I'm going to do 1 can of water each. They were well watered before I put these in here, but the potting mix is very dry. So I do want to make sure that their roots have something that is moist to begin to work their way into, and especially given that it's summertime and very hot out. This is a very full sun area. It gets sun probably 10 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day at least. There's no shade. Now, one of the reasons why I'm watering with a water can instead of a hose is, 1, I'd have to drag the hose all the way over here, and 2, when you water with a watering can, it comes out slower, so when the potting mix is dry, it actually has an opportunity to start to soak in rather than just running off and through the pot. All right, one done. Let's do the other one. Now having these pots grouped together will also help to shade the roots a little bit and help to keep them a little bit cooler. It's a nice technique, grouping pots. It helps to make it easier to water. It also gives a better visual impact when there's more. Okay, now that we have these watered in, I'm going to open up the trellis and we'll see what this looks like. I have no idea what it looks like. Hopefully there's not too many parts to put together. It looked fairly simple when I saw it. Kind of looks like there's two trellises in here as opposed to just one. I think it's actually all put together for me. Okay, so I bought this one because it has a really nice top on it, and then it's got 4 spikes that you simply are supposed to be able to push down into the soil. So we'll try to get these lined up how I want them. Give it a nice push. Okay, that looks like it's pretty solid in there. That was really easy. So I'm going to clean up a little bit and then we'll give you a chance to look and see what the finished product looks like and see if it looks better than it did before. I think this turned out really well. I'm so happy that I decided to do this. I'm excited just to enjoy this for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.